Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are in this world. Alhamdulillah, a new journey begins, and this time it's to Australia. I've traveled to Australia before, but something about this trip felt very different, special. Maybe it was because I wasn't just going to see a place I've been before, and after many years, in fact, but I was going to reconnect with the nostalgic part of my life. Touchdown Sydney. Subhanallah, what a beautiful city. Clean air, calm streets, and that little chill in the air that wakes you right up. Strangely, each visit that I did to the land down under has been during the winter time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Although there was a little complication in getting my baggages in the airport, but that was sorted out pretty quickly. So first things first, time to stretch your legs, settle in, and start this new chapter. We kick things off with some pool and some bowling. You know, it's funny. No matter how old you get, a little friendly competition still brings out the childhood energy in you. And besides that, I wasn't going to let a bunch of rugrats beat me in bowling. I'm talking about my niece and nephew, of course. Alhamdulillah, the simple joys that like these remind you, happiness does not need to be complicated. After a few days exploring, it was time to meet my uncle. And this is what I was really looking forward to. And this is what I came to Australia for, one of the main reasons actually, because I haven't seen him in 24 years. And him being my dad's younger brother, he was always very close to me. His name is Justi, a businessman and a musician. And as I said, my dad's youngest brother. Charm personified, and having the ability to have a conversation with just about anyone on just about anything. I had the opportunity to meet his grandchildren for the first time, and it was a surreal and beautiful experience to see the next generation of Aussie Careems. We laughed, we joked, proudly extolling our virtues and talents, which didn't always amuse his wife Jennifer. But she knows that the Careems are great. No matter how far you travel, family will always be a place you return to for comfort. Alhamdulillah for that blessing. One of the things I did with my uncle and his family was to visit the Blue Mountains. Subhanallah, what a sight. The kind of view that makes you just pause and breathe. Standing there surrounded by the vast beauty, you can't help but think how perfect is Allah's creation. There's the rocks called Three Sisters, not Three Wives. Every mountain, every breeze is a reminder of how small we are and how great He actually is. Being the avid sports person that I am, I found a good partner in my brother-in-law Tom. He's an excellent tennis player. Not just satisfied with tennis, Tom also wanted to take me to Eagle Rock. So we took a drive down there. But what he didn't tell me was that it involved a hike. Wow, and that was a very, very interesting hike. It took us about 40 minutes to get to the top, and it was actually quite fun. And the exercise was beneficial. Although that rock didn't typically look like an eagle, it looked more like a turtle rock, or turtle head. But then again, I mean, you see what you see. But it was fun, and I really enjoyed it. And it also made it better because apparently we reached the top faster than the average person would do. So that was quite satisfying. Thanks again, Tom. And then came one of the most nostalgic parts of my trip, meeting my childhood friend John. I have to take my hat off to John, however. The man has very little fears, showcased by his intrepid desire for adventure. At that young age of 60, here we see John skydiving fearlessly, subhanAllah, flying over those cliffs with wind in his face. He described it felt like freedom and also a moment of deep reflection. Up there, everything becomes so quiet and you just feel grateful for being alive, for being guided, for being present. Well done, buddy. The penultimate day of my trip to Australia was a beautiful reunion. My sister Arifa and her husband Tom hosted me and some of my relatives and friends in Australia to a scrumptious barbecue at their home. We reminisced, we joked, we laughed, and we played a lot of Careem. My uncle showcased his musical talent with a rendition of the song O Carol on a ukulele. And my niece and nephew, Sophie and Archie, absolutely beautiful kids, obviously Careem genes, were a delight. Although getting Archie to sit for 30 seconds was next to impossible. He's very active and he's a very talented sports kid. And of course, Sophie is very beautiful and she's a very talented storyteller. Allah bless them abundantly. The Australian trip was about to come to an end, and this trip to Australia wasn't just about another journey. It was a reminder of faith, of brotherhood, of family, and of how beautiful life can be when you live it with gratitude. Alhamdulillah for every moment, for every smile, for every reminder, and for the hospitality that I received from everyone in Australia. Until the next time, inshallah, stay humble, stay grateful. I'm Fazal, also known as Abu Jamal, also known as AJ. This was Australia, a chapter of reflection and of blessing. Stay tuned for more vlogs and podcasts on my channel. Please do subscribe, like and share. Thank you all for watching. God bless you all.